What's up guys, it's me again, Diamond Fox Gamer, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you some openings. So openings are basically the first 10 moves and a trick, and there are 3 golden rules in the opening. One is develop your pieces, and what I mean is like oh gosh, get your knights and bishops out. And another one is king safety, because in the last video I've already explained that when your king is checkmated, you lose. And so like that, and then a random move, and then so there's a thing called castling. So as you can see, the king can move 2 squares, and you want to pick the second square. And as you can see, there's 3 pawn defenders in front of it, which is good. And the other one is control the center, because as you can see, the knight can move 8 squares if you count. But if it's on the side, like some random moves, I'm just gonna do random moves. Well, if it's on the side like this, can move to 3 squares if the king wasn't, 4 squares if the king wasn't there, so that's half. And then if you even go deeper, then you will only be able to move to 2 squares. So controlling the center is good. Well, it's basically either controlling the center, which means like attacking the center, or keep your pieces on the center, because those are really good. So anyway, these are openings. So the first one is probably the most basic one I know, and that's the 4 knights. So basically there's just 4 knights. So this pawn up, this will be very common in the chess opening. They do the same. You attack, they defend, then you move your other knight out, and then they move their knight out. That's called a 4 knight. And then if you want to make it even more advanced, you can move your pawn up here to make it called the Scotch 4 knights. And the next one is the Scotch, which is like this one, but then you do this. So this one's called the Scotch. And this one is called the Italian game. It might sound weird, but it's an opening. Just like so, they do this. You move your knight there, they move their knight there. Then you move your bishop here to attack the f7 pawn. And if you want to make it even more complicated, you can do an opening called a fried liver attack. So normally they would do that move. Let me just do opening move, random move. But if they don't and they do this, they do this, and then you can move your knight here. And if they don't care and they're like, get out of your knight, and then they just put their pawns there, you take this pawn, and this is called a fork, because as you can see, it's attacking the rook and the queen. And yeah, so that's called the fried liver attack. Yes, I know that's a weird name. And this one, I don't know what the real name's called, but most people call it the 4 moves checkmate, because as you might think, it is the 4 moves checkmate, like checkmate in 4 moves. And that's this, and then you move your king out, queen out. Never do this. One of the rules is never bring your queen out too early. Then they do a random move, like, I don't know, that. And then you do this, and if they don't still they still don't do it, I mean see it, they do this. This is a checkmate. That is a checkmate. So if you're black, you want to avoid it. But if you're white, never do it. And this one's called a 2-move checkmate. And this one actually is for black. So if white dude does this, white does that, or move it 2 squares, you do this. But now, if they do this, can you see the checkmate? Well, it's just revealing it. And that's a checkmate. It's called the fool's mate. It's very kind of like, because it's like the fool, like fools does it, you know what I mean? And I don't know about this. I just heard of it. This one is like this one, but then you do this. It's called the Roy Lopez. And if the other person doesn't do what it's telling them to, they just do this or whatever. What you can do is take the knight, they take back, then you can just take the pawn for free. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. So see you in the next one.